One of the most misunderstood parts of bookkeeping or accounting is liabilities. A lot of people hear liabilities and they think bad, just it's bad. But it's not always the case. A liability, when you break it completely down, is just what a business owes to another business or somebody. This is the reason why it's not always bad. It's just a financial obligation to another. And it represents money going, out in the future. So if you owe something to somebody, like a loan or something like that, then that's the liability that you have to pay back. And then most of the time, if it's a loan, plus interest. You can split liabilities into two categories. There's current liabilities, which is just a liability that's due within a year. And then there's long-term liabilities, which is obviously something that you're supposed to pay back longer than a year. So some common examples, got a list here. Credit card balances or unpaid bills. So if you're using a credit card, even if you're paying it off every month and you're not paying any interest, it's still going to go on your books as a liability because you have to pay that credit card balance off eventually. There's business loans and lines of credit. This is what I was mentioning earlier. A business loan is going to be considered a liability until it's paid off. You are going to be accruing, interest whenever you do that, and that is not a liability. That is just an expense. There's a difference there, and most of the time you're going to be accruing interest at the same time you're paying down, and so you need to, whenever you pay it, you need to split out the interest for the loan that you're paying. Payroll taxes owed and any taxes owed, mortgages on rental properties, security deposits that you owe to tenants. So if you are a landlord and you have security deposits, you need to be putting those aside because that's not income until the tenant moves out. And then if for whatever reason you keep it, then it becomes income. And then there's unearned income like rent collected in advance. So that's the main difference. It's not bad. It's just something that a business owes to another business. It can be bad if a business owes way more than it's actually bringing in or actually owns. That's called being over leveraged. That's whenever it can become a negative thing. But liabilities in itself is not negative, and most businesses run with some sort of liabilities. If it's credit cards or if it's loans to buy inventory to sell and then pay off that loan once they sell it. There's a lot of ways that liabilities can be used in order to grow a business. It's not necessarily a bad thing. But having a clear picture of what your business owes and what your business owns is a way to really understand where your business stands. And that's why a good bookkeeping really matters if you're wanting to understand where you actually stand as a business.